Our Earth is the only living planet in the solar system, a paradise that all the creation should have enjoyed living at. But why still have the word should? These images give the true color and reflection of our world, a world where there are prejudices, injustices, and some form of unfairness. What will the world become soon if greater portion of our children today have become victims of these social diseases? Over the years, the number of less fortunate children in the whole world has grown significantly. In North America and Central America, there are about 42 million reported street children. While in South America, distributed in the countries of Colombia, Peru, Brazil, and Bolivia, there are around 13 million street children reported. And in Europe, there are more than 100,000 street children distributed in Ireland, Russia, UK, Netherlands, Belgium, France, Romania, and Turkey. And in Africa, in general, there are around 10 million reported street children. While in Asia, the largest continent, there are about 2 million street children, and out of 2 million, Philippines got the 1.5 million.
Have you seen my childhood?
Greater part of the world today is having children suffering from hunger due to extreme poverty. Nevertheless, there are some reasons and figure out why we have children on the streets. War, for instance, had always brought some of our children homeless and losing their loved ones. Political conflicts that led into revolutions always pushed the greater effects be suffered by the young generation. Abandonment. Some parents could just dare leave their children and go escape from their parental responsibilities. Famine is but one big consideration. Children will be forced to ask for alms on the streets just to have something to eat. And child labor is another factor why there are children around who are supposed to be in school. In times of calamities, where parents lost their jobs and properties, calamities such as devastating earthquake like that of Kobe, Japan, and or flood caused by some heavy rains or big storms. Drug addiction surely harmed our young ones. One such reason can be pointed also on any forms of sexual abuses, where many young people who have become victims have lost their direction. This is Philippines. In the province of Davao del Sur, the southern part of the country, there we have unveiled some scenes of the less fortunate children sharing the same fate that of the other part of this world. This small city of Digos, though small, but it's hard to believe that the number of street children has grown considerably.
Sa inyo mga gwapo. Kasi gwapo diri.
In a gasoline station of the place called Flying A, there we met Love Love. He is a boy who spent almost his entire childhood working in there instead of being at school. He stayed almost 24 hours a day together with some other guys of his age in that station, rendering cleaning services to any vehicle, and in exchange to that, they will be receiving only a small pay. Even if the pay is not worth their efforts, they have no other choice but to grab it, just to have something to be used for their simple needs. And in a small village nearby, there lies the small house of Love Love. Even small, but is indeed a perfect home of a family of 10 children. It is situated just right beside a cemented canal that serves as a drainage, especially during heavy rains. What you can see is a perfect manifestation of how unfair life it seems to this family. The joy that these simple toys bring to the kids of this house is comparable to those who fortunately own fancy ones.
Wasi na ko pidikap na kita na ko yata ko na kong mama. Ya. Na. Beli ko dari alas 2 sa buntag na. Beli na ko balik na ko shell. Wasing na ko. Shell na ko matulog, banig lang karton.
Lagi sige katawon.
Kuan din balik na ko uli. Hatag din ko kwarta sa kong ama. Hatag na ko.
Asa man pagkaon mo?
Karinderya ra. Ito ko mukaon. Say maghatod bugas na sa Kalye. Eh, wala kaon sa mama. Hatag ko po. Bani ato na pagpugsil. Wasing na ugugbanat.
So for Love Love, the gasoline station serves as his second home. We spent some time in Love Love's home and had a casual chat with his parents.
Expedito, balsa.
Balsa. Pilito. Ikaw ante,
Ako tinan na Celestina, balsa.
o sa dirigin mo nagsugod og puyo sa una or mga nagdayo ra pud mo?
Sa una doon yung minagpuyo. Nangat ko nga rin kami. Saan man, kasi kung ano nga talaga, ano dire? 1980s.
1980 mo. Bali asa gid mo gikante?
Saman, babak.
Ay babak samal? Pero kani mga bata ni mga tao na sa drin ha.
Dire na ako'y nakao dire. Si Langgeng, Lablab. Lablab, dire na natawag yun. Dire na natawag Lablab. Dire ka Lablab.
Uy, ano lang call?
Karon nga naundang ulit yung drive kay gumikan lagi yung kasakit-sakit ko. Wag ito, wag ko kaliyo kung mga anak ko rin saligan ako ba. Mga buhay lang dito. Puro magapay mag-antos, di ba gulay ko nagawas sa ospital? Wa pala ni nga PhilHealth daw nga naka-kuan sa buwa ng ospital ako pa. Samot nang nag-lesbis tayo.
Unsa may panginabuyan mo sa mga bata o sa pangita sa mga bata ko?
Dryer. Dryer, washing. Asa sir.
Unsay trabaho niya sa dryer lang call?
Kanang maglukdo og kumay. Ang magbulad gani, bulad.
Hello ante.
Na isa itaw, 50, 40. Di magkapareha.
Parehas, pakyawan man.
Pakyo. Gamay. Labing dako na nila na, mga 80.
Pero kaluis ginoon pod. Makakuha mo po taon sa itong mga panginahanglan, no?
Magkuha po sa itong mga kinahanglanon. Kedua, igo rin yung taon niya. Wagyo, gani taon niya akong anak gani isa ganito, eskwila ganito. Iyaan nila pa eskwila ganito. Ang tayo kwarta yung gasto.
Napo, lagi ni sila, 2 minyo. Ya, ang akong walo na agad ni dire.
Kasi nag-eskwela sa Waloron, ante.
Itong risa na ko. Babae, ito sa
Dawis.
So na yun, ang Risa, ang anak. Mura na yung maguwangan ng babae. Kaya minyo naman doha. Ang katong isa na ko ka anak mo ni kuan ato ilang raon. Kuan ano na ko igagaw.
The Balsa family is just one of the families in this small village who also have similar lifestyles and experiences, where most of their children are naturally deprived by the things and experiences that are supposedly meant for them. Their early exposure to work and hard labor indeed corrupted their childhood. This child is washing a motorcycle in front of the Gaisano Center department store. The owner of this motorcycle is having a shopping inside. Other children are negotiating the motor owners to be the guard of the vehicle in exchange of a small pay. And these are one of the many services they offer just to raise money in a day. Nevertheless, there are also some groups or organizations, both religious and non-religious, that looked into the situations of the young people in Digos City. Tuburan is one of these organizations that conducts several activities for the youth. This youth ministry has significantly contributed a lot in the formation of the young generations, guiding them and giving them awareness about life as a whole. Eventually, over the years, many young people have been transformed and saved. And these people, with their family, now become the active contributors and workers of this ministry. There are regular programs that have been created and are participated by the roaming kids on the streets. Activities where these less fortunate children are exposed with the children who have fortunately experiencing a normal childhood. Alay Kapwa is a ministry for the street children of Mary Mediatrix Parish. They conduct a periodic monitoring of the street children in Digos City. Many activities for these young, less fortunate people are also created. Some organizations or offices, like that of CJC-College Institute for Community Services and Development, or popularly known as ICSD, has programs for these children. With some volunteers, religious people, students, and others, gathering like this is made possible. Feeding is the common service rendered to these young fellows. Like this day, Polytechnic College of Davao del Sur, PCDS, with some student volunteers from CJC, has brought some food that these kids so seldom have tasted. These kids, though poor, but surely they are rich in dreams and hopes that someday a new morning will come, a different morning, and that finally they can be able to live like a normal child or a person with a normal life, who can be able to freely play with other children and can taste the opportunity of getting into school, acquiring the right knowledge in going out from a life where most people consider a big nightmare.